So, coming into the day, I was bearish, of course. Since we put in this monthly SMT with the ES. ES swept this high. We also had SMT with the previous day high. Oops. We also have this SMT right here below, before I took my shorts, of course. Because now we swept it, obviously, later on. But I'll just be walking you through the trades I took, the two trades that made me lose. And now in hindsight, I can comfortably, or like in hindsight, I can see so easy on why the trades failed, of course. So first, around 10 a.m., I wanted to catch the trades lower. It's kind of hard to do without replay, but I wanted us to take out the previous day low. So these lows right here, this low resistance liquidity. But what I missed is that you can see here NQ being the weaker asset. We didn't sweep none of these lows, so we had a right of open. We usually right of open when we get some sort of higher time from SMT. This usually sets the remainder, like the trend for the remainder of the day, which you can see is pretty bullish. But I was like, oh, we're probably gonna go lower, etc. Since we already had this previous day SMT, right? So I was watching this 50-minute rejection block right there. Tapped into this fair value gap. We're above through the open, so we're kind of in daily equilibrium. We've also been in a downtrend like a couple of days. So I just want to see this continue down lower after the retrace up here. But okay, so I'm gonna mark out this rejection block. And the thing is, it's not a bad entry. I like the entry and like the confluences for the whole trade. But it's so cooked when we already took those lows. And this is where I did my mistake, is that it was like, oh, I got humbled basically. I was like, doesn't matter really. This is such a good zone and I'm so confident that we're gonna go down lower, right? Even though we swept this with an SMT. Because if we had left all of these lows, all of these lows right here and that one, the trade would have probably succeeded, right? But that's where I fucked up. So I had my entry about right here and I got ran through like instantly. But me acknowledging that we swept those lows, I de-risked, so I only lost like $80, which is like, oh, okay, that's not a lot. But you can see this trend right here. SMT manipulating below 9, the current day through the open, coming up. This was another trade I missed. It was a really good short right here. Because this is the area around where I wanted praise to retrace from, but I didn't find it good enough because we didn't have no kind of SMT here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the retest of this. So we have previous day 10 a.m. around here. I drew my fib from high to low. Also, to mention, this range right here is unbalanced. We had a lot of unfilled gaps right here. So I took my entry off the 7-9 around right here. I didn't have limits because that's the thing. Price is probably not gonna reject exactly where I want it to. So I'm just gonna observe. So I actually pyramided in here. I added 2 contracts, and then we went up to CE of this rejection block. I thought it was 50 minutes. Yes, some of you come up to CE of this rejection block. I added two more, which only leaves me $200 lost for the day. But still, like, it's unfortunate. And why this trade failed, most likely, I'm gonna show you, because this is important to actually look for when you're in a trade, which I'd say this is by far the most bad performing days I've had. Like, I felt so untouched with the charts today. I was not locked in at all, because I recently took a payout and I had to get humbled somehow. But I'm gonna switch over to ES here, and I'm gonna show you. So, like I said, this other range is not balanced, or I mean, is this range right here hasn't been balanced on NQ. But what most of these people forget to notice is that we actually rebalanced this. But yet again, I did see this live before taking my entry. But I was like, oh, we have accumulation. We're going to manipulate up and distribute down. Because I was still confident that we're going to get this, because we still had this previous day SMT, right? And we have even equal lows here, unfilled gaps, etc. So it's not a bad trade. I misjudged, and that's something I maybe needed. So I'm working on it, and I'm definitely gonna perform better next time. And like the remainder of today was pretty ass, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. We have this nice 1 hour rejection block entry. Yet again, protected. I just didn't realize price needed to go up that far. I don't know if E swept all-time high either. Maybe we did. Yes, we did. That's crazy. So now we have enormous fucking SMTs. And also one thing, the 4 hour close we got was bullish. I would want this to be bearish also to confirm my bias. But it is what it is. You can't win them all, basically. But yeah, I think that's about it. Also, one last thing. Like you see price here. We're in such a strong upward trend. None of the lows actually get swept, right? So this is called a very strong continuation based trend. So this kind of got swept, but I wouldn't say this is significant. And why? Because we never actually displaced higher than this low or than this high. So this is not a proper swing high. So every low, it's like a higher low and a higher high. So this is super bullish. And like I said, I wasn't locked in at all. And that might be the big reason why I actually lost today. Because first of all, I was going to take this short. But you know, I can sit here and blame myself how much I want. I'm still going to like improve on it, of course. But yeah, I think I covered everything. And yeah, this is definitely a day that tests your patience. Because the only good setup I saw actually was the one I missed right here. Yet I didn't execute for some reason. I was gonna have my entry around here. But hey, it sucks. What can you do? Also another mistake. This accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So what I was looking for actually, if I were not a fucking retard today, the only reason I was gonna take shorts if that we manipulated up here and then distribute down, because now I'm going against the distribution phase, which is like the worst thing you can do. You're gonna get raped. I got fucking raped. Like, as soon as you touch my entries above these highs, straight SL, like, nah, it's crazy. Whatever, man. What can you do? That's why we learn, you know,